What's up? Welcome back to Tactical Studio, and today we're going over Safe Flight Defense's tactical belt. Now, when you first get this belt, when you take it out of the 2x4 box that it comes in, it's going to be very, very stiff, and that's normal. That's just with the nylon, with the stitching, everything put together, very tight. That is normal. It's going to wear in perfectly over a couple days. Trust me. Once everything stretches out, it's going to wear. It's going to conform to your body perfectly. Now, it's a question I get a lot. Man, the belt is very stiff. Trust me, it will wear in perfectly. One of the other questions that I get is it a two-part belt system? Yes, when you purchase this belt and you click on the link, it looks like it's just one belt, but it comes with an inner belt and it comes with an outer belt. So the inner belt is what's going to loop through your pants, and as you can see, there's this little, what I use it for is when I put it around me to get it really, really tight. All right, so it's really hard to get it like that. So you just grab a hold of that on the end, put your finger through it, and just run it through nice and tight. Now, I don't know what it was actually intended for, but that's what I use it for. And I tell you what, it works freaking great. And this belt also works great for off-duty carry, inside the outside waistband. Very secure belt. You guys throw it on before you go to work, before you go to the range. And all you have to do is when you get to the range is throw on this outer belt. So, getting back to the belt. How wide is the belt? Now, this belt is 2 inches wide, if you guys can see that, all right? 2 inches wide, and the inner belt as well is 2 inches wide, all right? And that's a question I get a lot. On top of, is it a two-part belt system, to how wide is the belt? Also, what I get is how tight or how secure is are these little Molle straps going to hold your accessories? You know, your magazine holders, your tasers, your radio, stuff like that. Well, I'll tell you what, these things are very, very, I mean, you can see, just putting you're trying to separate with my finger is very hard. I mean, it's very, very tight. And also the space between there is going to be 1 inch. I don't know why I get that question a lot, but I do. So the Molle runs across the bottom and the top, and the space between here is exactly 1 inch. All right, I get that question too a lot. I don't know why, but I do. It's probably not a question I've never asked, but I mean, I've answered many times. So 2 inches, tough Molle, comes stiff all the time. Other question is, which way do I run the belt? All right, which way does the female or the male buckle go when you put it on you? Female buckle goes on your firearm side. This is the side you're going to mount your holster to, and this is why. The Velcro on the inside runs all the way to the buckle, and you want that because it's going to secure to your inner belt much more. It's going to secure your weapon as well. So the Velcro running all the way to the end is going to mount much more secure. When on the other side, and it's not a flaw, it's not a drawback to this belt. It's just the way it's designed. If you had the Velcro all the way to the end, it'd be very hard to adjust this belt. You wouldn't be able to adjust it. So the Velcro stops down here. This is all the rest right here is to make the adjustment. So you want to put the male side on the opposite side of your firearm, and this is what's going to go. This is where your holster is actually going to mount to. It's going to be on the female side. So female side, gun side. Female side, gun side. That's where you want it. Also, too, is one of the questions I get is this buckle. When you take it off, how does it go back on if you didn't pay attention? Believe it or not, I get this question a lot. So it's very simple. All right. So let me take it off for you real fast. All right, you see how well broken in my belt is. So, looking at the male belt, the male side of the buckle. All right, you're gonna mount it to the top, through the top portion of it. You're gonna come all the way back with it. Make your fold, all right, where you want it at, and then you're gonna slip it through the bottom portion of it. You can see how easy this is. All right, it's just I have some. All right, so slip it through the bottom portion of it, and that's it. Let's try it again and show you guys real fast how simple it is. So, male side, you're gonna slip it through the top part of it. All right, bring it all the way back. All right, make your fold, and then you're gonna slip it through the bottom portion of it, and then bring it right up, and that's how it's gonna sit. So it's not gonna overlap the top of this, it's gonna lap between the two, because that's what's gonna tighten it up and keep it from moving. Now this thing isn't gonna move at all, especially with that bar in the center. That's how you're gonna do it. It's very, very simple. Make your fold. So straighten it out, put it through, make your fold, and bring it right back on top. One of the main questions, and as you can see, the Molle on here, you can see you throw a little hook on here for your gloves, put some other attachments. Even if you don't, if none of your stuff secures this, you could also add some hooks on here, for your keys, for your gloves, whatever the case may be. So having the Molle on here, even though you're not going to attach any of your accessories to it, it is a great add-on, to the belt. Now, the other questions, when I just had a Zoom meeting with somebody. Now, a lot of holsters that are on the market now, if you look inside, it's going to have Velcro inside there. The reason for that is because most companies are using or designing their holsters for a nylon belt. And a nylon belt, what that Velcro on the inside is going to do is going to secure to the inside of your belt. So when you put this on, once it makes contact, it's almost impossible to move this belt. No movement at all. And that's what that Velcro is designed for, to secure to the back of this belt so it's not moved. The question I got was, when it's on here, how do you move it? How do you get it off there? So what I do is I get a regular just spatula that's used for the wall, and what I do is I put it through and I separate the Velcro. Once you got that putty knife in there, all you're gonna do is with that knife, when it's separated, you'll be able to move it with that knife in there. Once you want to get it where you want, pull that putty knife out, bam, you're good to go. And if you have to make the adjustment again, put that putty knife back in there, make the separation, whatever, a straight knife or something like, just don't cut it. I use a putty knife that's not sharp, dull, put it between there and you move it around, and the adjustment works perfectly. And I believe it or not, I get that question a lot, man. I cannot move it. Trust me, it's very hard, especially if you've done it before. Looking at the Molle, this Molle is very, very tight. It lays very tight on this belt, and the reason for that is because the tighter this Molle lays on here, the less any of your accessories that you mount on here will move, and you want that. It's not a drawback. It will be very hard. So here's the way I do it. I put the belt the opposite way. All right, so if you're putting your accessories on, all right, this is a trick that I have too, is when you're putting your accessory on, it's going to be very hard to put it through here when the belt's bent slightly. So what you're going to do is bend the belt the opposite way, and you'll see the Molle will open up a little bit, and you'll be able to get your stuff through a lot easier. So when you're going to put your stuff on, if you're putting a mag holder on here or something like that, trying to get it through it, very hard. Just go ahead and turn it the opposite way. It'll open up slightly, and you better slip your stuff in there, and you're all set. So if you guys have any other questions, comment below. I will follow this up hopefully with another video. Use the Chief for 10% off your entire purchase. My email address is down below. Send me an email if you have any questions. Call customer service. If you want to speak to me directly, ask customer service to transfer you to the Chief, and I will take your questions personally. Our customer service staff is freaking amazing. They're able to answer all of your questions, and they always answer the freaking phone. They work Saturdays too as well. So God bless, stay safe, and don't forget, use the Chief for 10% off. This belt goes for $129, and it's the last belt you'll ever buy. It's a lifetime warranty. Yep, that's it. I said it. Lifetime warranty on this belt. So it's the last belt you'll ever buy. God bless, stay safe, people.